like Yurigan and Brevard. We're at Habitat this morning, and we just had, obviously, as soon as Caleb gets this out, we've had rain the last couple of days. I had to close both golf courses yesterday for first time in a long time. We've had to actually close for the whole day with the squalls that were coming through. Want to thank Peter Santisi over here at Habitat. He did a fantastic job. He came in at about 11:30 last night and finished up pumping some of the water that Jamie and I started on Sunday. And then Daddy over at the beach was taking care of things over at Spencer Holland. So just we're happy to be open. The wind's blowing, and that'll help dry things out pretty quick, and the sun's shining. A little bit of warmth in the back, so that's a good sign. We're still pumping some water out. We're 90 degrees here at Habitat on some of the holes, and some of the holes are blocked off, like number 9 that holds a lot of water. But hopefully we'll be back to somewhat normal conditions tomorrow, but it's playable. Course is playing really great. You can see the grass is green and everything's healthy, so we're looking forward to going into the wintertime pretty healthy. Obviously, keep the hurricanes away if you can, and we'll have a good start to the fall and winter months. With that said, we just ended up our calendar year, which goes from October 1st to September 30th, and some incredible numbers, and that's a big thank you to all of you out in the community that comes and supports the 2 golf courses. We did exactly 7,910 more rounds than we did last year. We missed 110,000 rounds between the 2 golf courses by 268. So almost 61,000 rounds here in that 12-month period at Habitat, and almost 50,000, just under 50,000 at the beach course, which are phenomenal numbers. And I know there's a lot of courses in the state and all over the country that are having the same kind of numbers. It's very interesting between Sand Ridge, Sebastian, ourselves here up in the Brevard County. I don't know what some of the other courses are doing, but almost 300,000 rounds of golf in less than a 20-mile square area, which is just a tribute to the courses, all of your support, and I know all the other courses in the area. I want to thank you too. I know not all of you play here every time, so I know you like to play other places. So it's hard to put in perspective when we started, when rounds were about 24 to 27,000 rounds, and now we're close to not tripling that, but 2.5 times almost the rounds of golf. So want to thank the staffs at both properties, Jamie and Dan on the maintenance crews and all their crews. It's a pleasure when you come to work and you have great people to work with. I've got a fantastic staff, and it wouldn't be possible without them. And so we hope you continue to support both golf courses, and we'll go into the winter months. We will we will overseat some of the tee boxes at the beach course, just obviously to keep the quality of the turf up with the smaller tee boxes. A reminder that we will be doing the greens over at Spencer Holland next May and June. What that'll mean is that, and I think I might have said this publicly before, we're going to do a double tee start here at Habitat those 2 months. So what that'll mean, at 7:30 to 9:30, we'll have players going off the front nine and the back nine. Based on the numbers, we can get about 128 out in the morning and 128 out in the afternoon. And then what we can do is we can have obviously a twilight rate, which we'll have for those 2 months. Time obviously changes in March. So with all that said, we'll post all that. Caleb will put all that on the website and all the internet pages that we have, so that you can be up to date on everything that's going on. But we still have a lot of work to do. We celebrated our 5th anniversary. We've done some work on the clubhouses and painting and things like that. We still have a lot of things that we want to do that we haven't been able to do moving forward. So you'll see some of those changes, and we talked about them before. So I'm excited about the next 5 years plus that we can do and continue to make the golf courses better. And again, I want to thank all of you, each and every one of you, for just coming out and getting a hot dog or whatever. We had a record year in both grills at both properties. So I just, it's hard to say thank you a million times, but a million times over, thank you. So I think I'd go right into a couple ideas on your golf. I don't know if any of you watched the Ryder Cup, but the American team fell behind, really way behind the first couple of sessions. And if you watch the ladies in the Solheim Cup, they played fantastic. It was nice to see Lexi Thompson, who lives down south of us, get back to her game. They ended in a tie, which everybody's kind of saying, well, why does it end in a tie? Well, that was what it was originally. Maybe sometime in the future they'll have a little bit of a playoff. I think they should take all the names in the hat, pull a name out, play a sudden death hole, or how many holes it takes to get a winner, and that's how they determine the cup. Because I think you want to have the cup moving from side to side. You don't want ties, and the team that has the cup keeps it. So with the guys, getting back to the guys, they got off to a rough start, and everybody's kind of throwing jabs of why. The experience when you're playing and you take 4 weeks off, and I know you probably hear it on some of the Golf Channel and some of the social media pages and XM radio, they'll talk about the big layoff. The problem when you have a layoff, you're not in that competition mode. You get back into it again, and you got to get the juices flowing. And with Europeans being on loam soil, they're comfortable, all that stuff. I think Zach Johnson did a great job. It sounded like a lot of the guys were not feeling well. I know Ricky Fowler didn't get to play because he was not feeling well on Saturday. There's 12 guys that, they didn't play as well. The Europeans played fantastic. But what's the one thing that you noticed about the whole event? Putting, chip-ins, putting and chip-ins. And we talked about it all the time. Practice your short game, because that's the difference in playing your best score here at the two golf courses, playing with your friends, chip it in the last hole to win the beer money or the hot dog money. That's where those players spend their most time. The men and the women want to be the best players in the world. Victor Hovland, obviously, right now is playing better than anybody. He spent a year with Joe Mayo, plus working on his short game, working on technique. So when you find some time and you want to come out, this winter I'm going to do some clinics, wedge clinics. We'll get you out there and we'll work on certain shots. We'll go to the beach course and do the same thing. We got the beautiful putting green over there that we could work on. But for the average golfer, and I brought these 3 different clubs out, there are 3 different specific things that they do. The blade, which I used to use years ago, the reason it's a blade, obviously it's smaller, the offset of the head is much less. So when you start talking about offset and onset, Hazel Offset is a club that's got, I don't know if you can see it very well, you can see the head is way back from the center of the shaft. So that's actually Hazel Onset, which means the shaft goes right through the middle of the head. This club is designed for you to hit the ball higher. It's got more weight in the toe. So if you're a little bit of a cutter and you need to get the ball to go a little straighter and you want it to go higher, the lofts are stronger, this is a perfect club for you. If you're in that maybe 5 to 15 range for a handicap and you want a little lower ball flight, you go to a club that the offset is a little closer to the leading edge of the hosel, which will allow the ball to go a little lower. You'll be able to manipulate the golf club a little bit more. And then when you go to a blade, that's truly an offset because the face is actually in front of the center of the hosel. And what that means is that the ball will start lower and more to the right. So you can manipulate this a little bit more and change the flights a little bit easier because of the way the head is designed. You have steel shafts, you have graphite, softer flex, more flex, or whatever. So when you're getting into golf clubs and even wedges, and we talked about the wedges down the road, a little more forgiving, a little bit more bounce on the bottom, a little easier to get out of tighter grass lies, a little softer. Right now the grass is nice and soft and fluffy and you can get through the ground. But as soon as the ground gets hard, you want to have a little less bounce on your wedge. So there's all these different kind of things, but just maybe that would help you understand that maybe when you look at your set and you're wondering why you can't get the ball in the air, bring it by. I'll look at them for you, or Gary or Jeff or whoever can look at them for you. And we can give you an idea of, okay, I'm not getting the ball in the air. Well, it's the golf club, it's the shaft, it's the weight, all these different things that affect your ball flight. And, again, you got to play with what you like and what you like to look at. New putters that are coming out. I talked to the Callaway people. They have a new line coming out in January, February. They said it looks fantastic. And I play the Callaway stuff, and I really like it. So if you have any questions, again, with your game, just come out and try the different clubs. We're here to help at any time. And again, thank you for all your support. And we're looking forward to a great 2023-2024 season. Thank you. We'll see you soon.